Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a total bedroom makeover for my girls, and I'm also going to be cooking family dinner with you tonight. I'm going to be making pizza rolls, my favorite Chipotle slaw, real deal macaroni and cheese, and then an Instant Pot ribs. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lauren Nicholson. I do all things home, family, and decorating, and I would just be so happy if you would subscribe. And if you're a returning girl, it's so good to see you. Let's get into this video. Okay guys, so here's our project for today. You guys know I've been trying to work in my girls' room. We finally got the boys out of here. They're in their own room. We still have the kittens. I think if I just make sure that like they don't kind of cause any issues, Ron just doesn't even realize that they're still here. Like he really doesn't. I saw him petting one of them the other day too, so it's kind of exciting. So what I decided to do is get dressers. I have been using these bins and I absolutely hate them. They're super flimsy. So like these are their jammies, and it's like you have to dig for everything. And I just absolutely hate digging for everything. And so what we're gonna do, oh my gosh, these kids have so much stuff in here. What the heck? Oh my God. Okay, this is why we need a dresser. Okay, so we're gonna take these out. I'm gonna probably repurpose them in my room. And I'm gonna put one dresser over here for one daughter. And then I have the other one right there. It'll go here. And then what we'll do is just organize everything in there so they each have their own space. I really like this one. I got it from Wayfair. I'll definitely link it down below. It's super thick. It was really easy to get unpackaged, but Sharky, it was really heavy. So highly recommend having a lift team, paying for them to bring it in the house if you live in a 3-story house like we do. Also got, oh, so cute. Oh, so cute. I just love you. I got these from Amazon. So this is what it looks like. Super cute. I like how it's kind of flat on top, and it's an antique brass, which will go well with the house, but we're going to use that. And these came in 2 days. I'm actually filming this 2 days before I thought I was going to be able to. Memes! Auntie! So cute. All right, guys, let's get to work.
We got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no.
So to get started in this room, I wanted to build all of the dressers, well, the 2 dressers, and it took me about 2 hours per dresser to make these. I did a time lapse just to spare you guys, but it took a really long time to actually build these. I thought they were going to be a little easier, but the detail in them is so beautiful that it's totally worth it. But if you do end up picking these up, it takes about 2 hours to build them. So once we're done with this, I'm going to actually start to dismantle the other little dresser drawers and start to go through all the girls' clothes, put together a pile of things we're going to keep, a pile of things that we're going to give away, and then kind of get everything situated in these, and then we'll start decorating.
This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more. We're done now. No, it's no more. We're done now. No, it's no more. We're done now. No, it's no more. No, no. We're done now. No, it's no more. We're done now. No, it's no more. We're done now. No, it's no more. No, no.
have had so many projects going on around the house recently. I'd love to know in the comments down below if you guys have been working on any projects around your house and what projects you're going to tackle this summer. I have a couple large projects I want to do around the house this summer, and I cannot wait to take you guys along with me. I also have a couple fun DIY projects that I'm going to be doing in a video or two. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that, but I'm really excited to be sharing a couple things with you guys. And then I also have a possible day in the life where you guys get to come to work with me, but I will tell you when and if I'm able to do that. But it's been just crazy. I haven't been on YouTube as much as I'd like to just because of work, but it's going to be a great summer.
Dreaming all night, bringing me some inspiration. Never meant to love no one.
So this dresser actually does come with standard silver knobs, but I really didn't like them. I already knew I wasn't going to like them, so I went ahead and purchased these gold ones. I'll put a link down below. I got them from Amazon and they came super fast. I absolutely love how these turned out, but it's the perfect antique brass for like a little girl's bedroom or even your own dresser, and I think these are going to come together beautifully.
Love of mine, love me for a while.
This looks so cute. I love the detail on this dresser. I also love how deep these are. I didn't think they were going to be that deep, and I just think this turns out so cute. I'm going to go ahead and build the other side really quickly, but I'm not going to show you all of that because it's super boring. And then I'm going to get ready for the kids to come home from school, get ready for bed, and I'll meet you guys back here tomorrow morning. Alright, so here we are, day 2. So, a couple things. I want to move this over there, get rid of all of that. Then, this morning, my youngest daughter and I went to Hobby Lobby, and these are all the things she picked out for herself. We got this cute little globe. She found this adorable little blessed cross, which I just loved. This pretty tray. And then these really cute dolls, which I just think are so charming and cute. And then she found this little cup. And I love this one with the little crown on it. It's in the ballet section if you haven't seen it. And they're actually really heavy. They've got some sand or something in the bottom here. And it sits perfectly on a table. But I love that. And we also found one of these. I tried to find 2 of these. But we'll probably end up hanging this right here. She can put her, she has a little pink robe. And then I could possibly also hang this blessed sign for one, hang her robe from the other. But what we're tackling now, I do need to change her sheets out. I'll do that today too. And organize some of these books. We need to go through all of this stuff and figure out what still fits, what doesn't. Start transferring it over to the new dressers. We also need to tackle this. So we are going to fill these up, and then I'm going to start putting some decor around. I also have some really cute lamps that are going to come out probably in the next day or 2. So by the time you guys see this video, I'll have the room totally done. They're like little trees with owls on them, and they're gold, and they're going to look so cute in here. Okay, time to get to work.
Boy, don't get me wrong, sure we're having fun, but it don't mean that I'm in love. I like you a lot, but you gotta step up. I'm through tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love.
It feels so good to declutter the girls' clothes. It is so hard in the morning. Even though they wear uniforms, still, they're always digging and looking for what they need. Now they just open one drawer for all their uniforms. They've got their jammies and all their things in the right place, and it's just made our mornings here at the house, getting 4 kids out of the front door by 7:45, so much smoother and easier.
Trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love.
I'm going to slide all of these into place. I got these really great little sliders that I'll link down below from Amazon just to make moving furniture easy. These things are super heavy, so I highly recommend grabbing those. And then I'm just going to start to decorate the room. I love this painting. It was in my husband's room when he was a kid, and I just love keeping it in here. I'm going to use this little tray I picked up at Home Goods and then add those adorable little ballerinas to each of the trays for the girls' room. And then I'm also going to add some flowers. This particular day, I'm still waiting for the lamps to come, so we're going to have to wait to see how those look at the end. But before I head downstairs to start dinner, I'm going to go ahead and just tidy up their room. So now that the girls' room is kind of tidy, I'm going to go ahead and start dinner. I will be sharing the recipes I cooked tonight in the end of this video, and I will pick up where we left off tomorrow when the lamps come.
What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me for a pass.
Who's still here? Hi, cutie. Okay guys, so we're here in the girls' rooms. I'm going to put these last few pieces before we wrap this video up. I found this adorable saying. If you want to screenshot it and read it, it's super beautiful. Perhaps I'll put it down in the descriptions down below, but I absolutely love this. I'm going to hang this probably right here on the door, so every day before they leave for school, they're just reminded that beauty is all within my little sweets. And then this amazing dresser is all the jam. I mean, getting dressed for school every day has been amazing. I absolutely love how these knobs turned out. They're just beautiful. This is the middle of the school week for us, so the fact that the beds are made is kind of a major plus. And then I also found this recently at Home Goods. I just loved it. It's so whimsical and girly. It's got little butterflies on it and flowers, and I just thought it was the perfect little touch for their room. I love the little bumblebee too. So what we're going to do is add 2 lamps here. I'm going to probably put 1 lamp over here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do over there. I'm thinking about ordering a giant 6-foot teddy bear or one of those teepees for them to read in, but I can't decide. The space is giant and I don't know what to do with it. And then we'll put another lamp over there. And then this video will be done and we'll be on to the next. Okay guys, let's get started.
Lonely to be done, I'ma drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you.
I absolutely love these lamps, and if you follow me on Instagram at Mrs. Lauren Nicholson, you have definitely already seen half of this stuff, but that was one of the messiest boxes I have ever opened in my life. I'm not even showing you majority of the mess because I don't want you guys to get anxiety over how messy that popcorn was, but I was super happy to get everything cleaned up. I'm going to be using a nice relaxing HD light bulb. That way the kids, when it's on at night and they're reading, it's still nice and relaxing light. I love the top of this. It's like a little tree with a adorable little owl on it, and these are super cute. I will link them down below. They fit in so perfect in this room and I absolutely love it.
And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. The only one that's left in the rain. Am I the only one? 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 Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's
Okay guys, so here's how everything turned out. I just think this is the sweetest little room. We don't have like one of those super themed rooms, but just cute little pieces we found along the way. I can't wait till the girls have their own room and they can really express themselves, but I feel like this rug turned out great. It's got like a creamy, it's kind of more creamy than white, which I kind of like, so it won't show stains really easily. And I think their lamps turned out adorable with these little blankets, which I picked up at Home Goods a couple years ago, but I love that. They're my little wild horses painting we picked up at a thrift store. And then I love this little sign, and then her little catch-all for her bag after school. Here's her little swan blanket. I do get a lot of questions about this blanket. I got this super soft blanket at Target, and it comes with the pillowcases, and it's just super cozy. And then here's how the other one turned out. Super simple, beautiful little candle, sweet little doll. We picked all this up at Hobby Lobby, and this tray is from Home Goods. And then this is also from Home Goods as well. This would be super cute for a little Winnie the Pooh room. I absolutely love it, and I just think it really ties this little girl's room together. I think it turned out super sweet.
They were in high school when they met, and things got kinda awkward. With sparks in the air, he would stare at her in class, and she would try to act cool. But it was obvious, like, ooh, they would be together, ooh.
Okay guys, so tonight for dinner I'm going to be doing, these are little pepperoni pizza puff pastries. You just, it's like literally like making a pizza, then you roll this up and chop it up. So I'm going to be making those for the kids tonight. And I'm also going to be making some mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese. Then I'm going to be I don't know if I'm gonna make cornbread actually. Probably not gonna make cornbread. I'm gonna be making my chipotle slaw. You guys have seen this before. I've made this on my channel before. And then we're gonna be we're gonna be using the Instant Pot to make pork spare ribs. These are fall off the bone, delicious. I cannot wait to share this recipe with you guys. So we're gonna get started right away.
She said, write me a love song, 'cause I know you'll make it beautiful. And maybe I'll...
To get started with the ribs, I would suggest cleaning it, and if the membrane on the back hasn't been pulled off yet, definitely do that. There are tons of YouTube videos where you can learn how to do that, but it makes it easy for when you're cooking spare ribs that it falls off the bone. The next thing we want to do is make our rub. I will put my rub recipe down below, but it's basically a cayenne pepper, a little bit of smoked paprika, some really yummy, you could do like any type of chipotle barbecue seasoning. I like to use a little garlic salt, and then I always use pepper and brown sugar. When you go to bake this, the brown sugar melts and caramelizes on top of the pork spare ribs, and it's so good. Now what we're going to do is coat the spare ribs in this wonderful little seasoning, and then we are going to put this inside of an Instant Pot. Again, I'm going to add the recipe down below, but I like to cook mine with a little bit of water and then a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and I cook those for about 35 minutes on high, and then when they're done, I'm going to add a little bit of barbecue sauce to the top of these and then bake them for about 15 minutes.
To dance, grabbed his arm and took his hand. He held her close under the moonlight as they kept on dancing. And now they're singing their love song, and they sing it kind of beautiful, calling each other sweetheart. I promise nobody can get...
So now that your ribs have a really delicious rub on them, we're going to go ahead and get them in our Instant Pot. I would place a trivet or any type of rack at the bottom of a 6-quart or larger Instant Pot. Pour in about a cup of water and about a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Some folks like to use liquid smoke. If you want to, that's awesome. I didn't have any, so I didn't use it. But then go ahead and put your ribs on the side and cover and seal the Instant Pot. For the ribs I'm using today, we're going to do 25 minutes on high pressure. Allow the pressure to release naturally for about 5 minutes, then vent to release the remaining pressure, and then we're actually going to bake these in the oven. While that's cooking, we're going to start prepping our other dishes. The first thing I want to do is actually pre-cook my pepperoni for our pizza rolls. Now, the trick to the pizza rolls is you have to pre-cook the pepperoni so it's nice and crunchy. If you add the pepperoni into the roll, they get really soggy. So let's go ahead and throw these in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes. While that's cooking, I'm going to start to roll out our puff pastry and make the base of our pizza.
Like a light, lighting up in the dark. You make it right, I forgot how to act. It's so classic. Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words. It's been a while since
So now that we have our puff pastry all rolled out, I'm going to add a little bit of pizza sauce to the top, and then we're going to cover this with cheese. Since one of my kids, actually 2 of my kids, don't like pepperoni, I'm going to do one with just cheese and the second one with pepperoni. It's really easy to do, just add a little bit of cheese on top. One of the things I wanted to mention about why I use puff pastry and not a pizza dough is it's super light and fluffy, almost like a croissant, and it really is a much easier way to make pizza rolls. The other way you do it, it gets really thick with the pizza because it's like a bread, where puff pastry puffs up and has lots of air in it. So what we're gonna do is coat this with a little bit of egg wash because it is going into the oven. You're going to want to make sure it doesn't burn and it cooks evenly. The egg wash will give it a nice glossy texture on the outside and make it extra crunchy. So let's go ahead and roll this up. We're going to then cut this into little round circles, put it on a tray, and cook it for about 20 minutes. So while the pepperoni and our first batch of pizza wheels are cooking, I'm going to start making our macaroni and cheese. Definitely download this recipe because it's by far one of my favorite recipes of all time. Even though I have tons that I love this one. So the cheese I'm going to be using today is a Gruyere and also a white cheddar. And while this is all sitting, I'm going to also make sure that we pull out our pepperoni and drain it. You don't want the pepperoni to be too oily, so you want to create the crunchy effect. So what I like to do is just kind of put it up on its side and let it naturally drain off, and then I actually am able to pick up these pepperonis in a strip, and I'll show you how we do that in a minute. But while that's draining, let's go ahead and get started on our macaroni and cheese. I'm going to use an entire stick of butter and melt that down nice and slowly. You don't want it to boil the way I have it boiling right now because it's going to turn into brown butter. So we're going to do almost like a bechamel, where you're going to slowly add in a half a cup of flour. So I don't recommend putting it all in at once. Do a little bit at a time, otherwise it gets clumpy, kind of the same way when you're making pancakes. You want to gradually add the flour and just keep working that butter into it. Once you have all of that incorporated, we're going to start adding a little bit of milk, half and half, and then our cheese.
One step forward and another back. I would never try to fool ya. I'm one heartbeat away from going mad. Girl, when you're looking like that, closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you.
So now I'm going to start prepping our pepperoni pizza rolls exactly the same way I did with our cheese, except I'm going to throw our cooked pepperoni inside.
Anytime I wanna yell, 'cause we could be so completed. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on the bed when you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Every moment is another chance. Loving you is all I wanted. I'm wide open for a love affair. Girl, when you're looking like that, closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you. Yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Damn, girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so completed. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on your bed when you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I can never resist it. Ooh, smiling like that, I can never resist it.
So now I'm going to start adding the cheese to our bechamel. Bechamel is, again, basically butter and flour and milk and heavy whipping cream, or a half and half. And I'm going to add our cheeses in here and slowly start to melt this down and incorporate into the bechamel. That way, when we go to add it to our pasta, which should be nice and dry, it all just melts all together perfectly.
Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. 'Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying you're moving back. When were you gonna tell me that? What am I hearing? It feels like a heart attack. Someone help me catch my breath again. How did you stop loving me? How is that even possible?
So now that I have my cheese mixture and our pasta, I'm using just a simple macaroni all incorporated. I'm just gonna add it into any type of Pyrex and I'm gonna bake it for a little bit. But before we bake it, I wanna do a nice crunchy breadcrumb top. So I do 1 part breadcrumbs, 1 part panko, and then I add a little bit of like either a garlic salt or an onion. I'm using an onion salt this particular day. And I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil and I'm just gonna get this nice and browned. Once it has a nice, beautiful brown kind of tan to it, we're gonna add it to the top of this macaroni and cheese and bake it for about 15 minutes.
What are you saying? Come on and spit it out. I'm about to lose my mind again. How did you stop loving me? How is that even possible?
So one little trick about the breadcrumb topping is you want to really pack this down, because if you don't have the breadcrumbs, the top of the macaroni and cheese will actually start to brown and cook and it gets kind of hard and not as delicious. But this delicious crust will keep a nice cap on it so the cheese melts perfectly, and it also will see like a little bit of the cheese bubble through, but it's absolutely perfect, and I think you're going to love macaroni and cheese this way. Now that our ribs are done, let's go ahead and take those off. And I'm going to actually put a little bit of our seasoning on top that I love. Just whatever rub you have left over, definitely put that on because the brown sugar is going to caramelize. And then I like to use just whatever type is your favorite barbecue sauce. Put it right on top of the same sheet we prepped this in. And then we're going to throw that into the oven for about 15 minutes so it gets nice and delicious and fall off the bone good. So while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start my favorite all-time recipe, especially if you're making ribs, girl, you've got to make this recipe. This is a chipotle slaw, and it's super spicy and delicious. I basically take 2 chipotle chilies, I chop them up in a bowl. Then I'm going to add a little sour cream and a little vegan mayonnaise. Again, I always use vegan mayonnaise because if you save this for a day or two, I just don't always trust mayonnaise. So I like to use vegan mayonnaise so there's no spoil. And then I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. The sugar is going to kind of cut some of the spiciness, and then just do a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, and mix that all up. Then we're going to cut up a cabbage, a little bit of cilantro, and a little green onion, mix that all together, and then we're going to start prepping the dinner plates.
How could we move on? Move on. Why you wanna let me go? Nah, nah, now. Are you saying that to change your mind? Well, have a pity, let me know. Nah, nah, now. 'Cause your love, maybe go blind. Why you wanna let me go? Nah, nah, now. Are you saying that to change your mind? Well, have a pity, let me know. Nah, nah, now. 'Cause your love, maybe go blind. Oh, nah, nah, now.
So now that I have everything done, I'm gonna start plating dinner. So this particular day, I worked all day, came home, finished the girls' bedroom. You guys saw that a little bit ago. And then this is how I actually cook dinner at night. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to make sure that you guys could see kind of how I do dinner at night. Even though it seems like a lot, it's actually, this only took me about an hour and 10 minutes to do all of this. So for tonight, my kids will have ribs, they will have pizza bites, and then they'll also have the macaroni and cheese. My husband and I will have mac and cheese with the ribs and then the chipotle slaw, which is super good. Kind of more of a southern dish, but I just absolutely love this. And then for the kids, we always make sure they have at least one vegetable. So this particular night, I thought it'd be fun to do a cucumber, since there is a little bit of sweetness in the rib. I thought the cucumber and the sweetness of the cucumber would go well with that. And then I also am going to add apples because it was a requested item for the evening. But this is pretty much how we plate dinner. We have a pretty extensive dish every single night, except for nights when we're super busy. But I thought it'd be fun for you guys to see how I feed our family of 6 and just get some dinner inspiration for your kids.
make you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video, a little bit of a remodel for the girls' bedroom, or I guess a redecorate, and definitely some great cooking inspiration. If you are new, definitely please subscribe. I am new to YouTube, and I would be so honored if you would join my channel. It is totally free, and we have so much fun here. So if you are new, definitely put in the comments down below where you're from and what you love most about your home. And if you're a returning girl, I cannot wait to see you again soon. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.